Hello, my loves. Yara's fallen asleep. She always sleeps much better with the noises of the outside world. And we had such a cute day. I love how curious she is about nature, and I mean obviously so many children are, but I think it's like really brought back that inner desire I have as well to understand more about nature. So recently it's been really cool to like walk through these trees and like identify these species of trees and like know what they're called, or even like what plants are called or what the flowers are called. And like since having a kid, it's like brought back my intense curiosity. I think even prior to having a kid, I always went to the park and sat there and would be super geeked out by like different smaller things, but since having a child, it's really brought back the curiosity and like the world around us. It's made me like more present in the moment, and I'm just so grateful for that. So, like, I never imagined that I could be so excited about the same walk that we do every single day. Like, we literally walk down the same street, go to the same cafe, do the same exact thing, and every time we like find a new plant or something to look at, and it's so exciting. I'm so grateful. Like, there's like many hardships and there's many times where I'm just like, I'm tired and I'm exhausted, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do this anymore, but then I'm always reminded by the gift that a daughter has given me, and that's the ability to be present and to appreciate the things around me, especially how much it's just helped my suicidal ideation disappear, because I'm just so immensely grateful for the world all of a sudden, and I wasn't before. It's bizarre. I also feel like now, coming into 2 years postpartum, it's like a major shift in how I'm feeling, and it's bizarre because postpartum is a very intense period, and emotionally I feel like you're just so cracked open, and I felt like very spiritually connected, and I've noticed myself like that feeling like slowly closing, not in a sense that I don't feel spiritual anymore, but more so like I notice myself not as cracked open or not as like sensitive to things anymore. And I mean, when you're birthing a child, it's like those worlds are so intersected because you just brought life into this physical realm, and it's like such a spiritual experience. And when I look back at videos of myself like freshly postpartum, I can just tell that I'm like radiating this like, holy cow, I just had the most immense spiritual transformative experience of my life. And I'm noticing that I'm not feeling that intensity anymore. And as hard as postpartum was, it's made me realize like actually there's some beauty in that experience, and like how much you have to reevaluate your priorities in life and reevaluate how you feel about yourself, reevaluate so many things, because you physically are caring and tending to a person. Like all of this, a lot of things that you were able to prioritize about yourself you're no longer capable of, and you have to find beauty in who you are and what you look like and what you feel like when you don't feel like your usual self. And that experience is like truly marvelous, and I feel like is such a confidence boost. And slowly coming back into like how I'm feeling, it's just like cool. I got to relearn myself, and I feel like you get to do that with every child that you have. You get to like go through this process of relearning yourself again and again and again. And so instead of being fearful of it, I'm actually excited about the time that I get to be gifted with the idea of a child again. I think I've been so afraid of it because I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so intense. I had like really bad body dysmorphia. My hair was falling out. I was like, just felt really unlike myself. But then when I look back at these videos, I'm like, Bryony, you are so yourself because you embodied all of yourself even more. Like you sat there and you was really just like, this is who I am, and showed up unapologetically because that's all that you could do. And I think that that is quite wonderful, and I need to step into that energy more. even though like my body is slowly coming back to how it felt, I feel stronger and I feel more nourished. It's like, but there's more to me, and even when I didn't have all those things, I was still so beautiful, and at the time I couldn't see it, but when I look back at it, I'm like, look at how you were radiating. One of my good friends is in the process of having her second baby, and it just made me think about the whole experience and how wonderful it is to kind of step into postpartum. I think there's so many fears that are usually instilled around it, but there is a lot of beauty in it. Like, truly encourages women to just lean into like, who do I want to be in this world? What kind of mother do I want to be? What kind of woman do I want to be? And stepping away from like so many previous beliefs that were incredibly restrictive. Like, you become so expansive, especially when you lean into it, and I think that's really cool. And I'm like, I don't want to let go of that, because I've noticed myself, I'm like slowly like feeling less drawn to that. I'm like, no, I need to remind myself that like I'm so much more than what I was before. I need to stop aiming for like trying to go back to what I used to be, because that version of me is far too small. It could no longer ever hold everything that I know and embody today. Ever. Ever.
To observe is the most important thing in life. Not tell the observation how to observe, but to learn the art of observing without any distortion, without any motive, without any purpose, just to observe. In that there is tremendous beauty, because then there is no distortion. You see things clearly as they are. But if you make an abstraction of it into an idea, and then through that idea observe, then it's a distortion. Right? So, we are merely, freely, without any distorting factor entering into our observation, observing consciousness. So consciousness begins to reveal its own totality. There is nothing hidden. The content, which is our hurt, our greed, our envy, our happiness, our beliefs, our ideologies, all that makes up consciousness. The past traditions, the present scientific or factual traditions, and so on, so on, so on. All that is our consciousness. To observe it without any movement of thought. Because thought has put all the content of our consciousness, thought has built it. When thought comes and says, this is right, this is wrong, this should be that, you are still within the field of consciousness, you are not going beyond it. So one has to understand very clearly the place of thought. Thought has its own place in the field of knowledge, technology and all the rest of it. But thought has no place whatsoever in the psychological structure of man. When it does, then confusion begins.
I just was sobbing my eyes out because I just found out that my sister had her baby. And I'm like so excited for her to like embark on this journey of motherhood. and they called me from like the hospital. She was just laying there and she was like trying to nurse her newborn baby. And she's my older sister, and it's her first baby. And I truly feel now what she felt when she saw me become a mom a little over 2 years ago. Because holy moly, I was like, all I can see was like us as little kids playing with the dolls, and it like now being this real life thing, and like seeing my sister take care of this baby, like it was the most emotional I've felt in such a long time. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like she's 4 years older than me, and I just feel like that's how she was with me when I was very little. I had like a flashback moment of like all our experiences together, and it's just made me so emotional. And like I love him so, oh my gosh, I love him so much already, and I've never even held him, and I've never even met him in person, but like I feel such a strong connection to him through just a video. Like I love him, like I love him so deeply, and I've never even met him. It's crazy, like the deep amount of appreciation and love that I just hold for this baby, because he's family and he's my sister's son. Like I just can't even begin to process the fact that I'm an auntie. Like it makes me so emotional, and it's even more emotional obviously because I can't be there. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because there's a man across the street that's like totally naked with his lights on in his apartment. Okay, he's gone. You know what, you ever get like a thought and you just have to like shake it out of your head? That's what I have to do. I just have to like, it's like remember those balls that you would get, like it's like an 8-ball or something, and you could ask it a question and you could like shake it and it would say yes, no, like, and when you shook it, it like gave you a new answer. Like that's what I'm doing to my head. Regarding my sister, back on track. But yeah, it makes me emotional because I just want to be there with her, and I want to hold her and like tell her how proud I am of her through like birth is such an intense process, and like I feel deeply connected to the importance of motherhood and the importance of really caring and tending to the mom postpartum. Like that's why my whole like baby kit that I sent her was fully centered around her and her postpartum healing, because for me that was most important. Everyone showers the baby, and the baby is important, and I love him deeply, but she's like my sister, and she's the most important person because she made it all happen, and she built his literal body from her body. Like that's such a freaking cool thing, and she gets to enter this very sacred time now of postpartum where her brain is literally rewiring itself, and where she's fully cracked open and so spiritually and emotionally vulnerable. And I trust obviously the people that she's around, obviously, but I feel very protective of the state that mothers enter in that early postpartum phase, and not being able to be there with her is truly hurting me a lot. And the reason I can't be there is because she lives across the Atlantic Ocean in a different continent, and obviously we are moving at the end of the summer, and tickets to get there are very expensive, and we are already right now in the process of ensuring that we can move and have sufficient funds to fund the move. So I've had to put it on halt until we can actually be there physically, eventually, which I'm hoping will happen before the end of the year. My sister's a mom. Like, that's so crazy to me. I don't know. It's just like, I just can't stop unplaying just all our moments together of just us being little girls, and now like we're women with children. And that is like so bizarre. I can't even put it into words, the emotions that I'm feeling. Just processing the fact that we have grown up, and like obviously we have, and like time has passed, and it's like where did the time go? It's just like there's so many experiences that we shared and so many moments that we talked about becoming moms, and the fact that like it's come to fruition for her too now, and like we get to experience motherhood together alongside each other is like, oh. And she just looked so beautiful. Like it just felt so natural to her. Like I just nursing her baby, like she just looked so amazing. Oh, it's just the most beautiful thing. Like motherhood is just, it's so freaking amazing. Like you cannot tell me that anything is more beautiful than a newborn nursing on their mother. Like they just went through the most intense process. Like that is some superhuman hero shit. Like that's crazy. Like